Do we have a particular list on who will here speak in terms of the time frame? When does it start? It's going to go on for 3 days. Rahul Gandhi begins it. The Prime Minister will close it. Take us through the protocol and the procedures.
Well, Preeti, it is expected to start at about 12 noon today. At 11, of course, question hour happens in the Lok Sabha. After that, we're expecting that there'll be an adjournment. And at 12, when the House reconvenes, we're expecting that the no-confidence motion, which has been initiated against the Union Council of Ministers by Congress Member of Parliament Gaurav Gogoi, will be taken up. At least that's the listed business as of now. But we're expecting also what we're hearing from Congress sources is that Gaurav Gogoi will be ceding that first opportunity to Rahul Gandhi, and Rahul Gandhi will in fact initiate the debate as far as this motion which has been brought forward against the central government is concerned. There will be, of course, top speakers from all political parties who will be participating in this discussion, which is to take place over 3 days today. Of course, it starts at 12 noon, is slotted till about 7 p.m. That's when the House will possibly come for a close, unless, of course, some speaker is still speaking, so there could be some spillover. And then, of course, again, it reconvenes at 12 noon tomorrow, will go on till 7 p.m. again. It will reconvene on August 10th as well at 12 noon. And then at about 4 p.m., if everything goes as per schedule and everyone sticks to the time allotted to them, then we're expecting that the Prime Minister will be speaking by about 4 p.m. But expect the spillover to be at least of over an hour. By 5 p.m., you will hear the Prime Minister reply to the motion of no confidence brought against his Union Council of Ministers. And then, of course, the voting will take place. Remember that as far as this government is concerned, it is very well placed in terms of numbers. The halfway mark in the Lok Sabha is 272. The BJP alone has 301 MPs in Parliament. The BJP has already issued a whip for its MPs to be present in the Lok Sabha all days this week from August 7 to August 11. So already a whip has been issued. So 301 for the BJP. Counting the NDA allies, you have close to about 329 who will vote in favour of the government to defeat this motion brought forward against it. And if you start counting in YSRCP's 22, you count in BJD's 12, that's 34 MPs more. So compare that to the opposition's numbers, which is stacked at about 141-42 at the moment. This motion will be defeated in the numbers game. But in terms of perception, that is the message that the opposition will hope to send out today, that as far as numbers are concerned, we're not challenging this government on numbers. What we're challenging this government is on moral aspects.
Well, you're right. Moral turpitude, and that is something which possibly the opposition has made very, very clear, because they've clearly stated that we understand that there's a brute majority. The BJP doesn't even need its allies. It's going to, it can throw out the motion on its own strength where the Lok Sabha is concerned. Having said that, this is a battle of perception. It's a battle of how the narrative is going to be set for 2024. It's an opportunity for the India Alliance as well to come together, show its strength. But, you know, what we were speaking of, Rahul and I earlier, what went down in 2018 and possibly what would go down this time around. A lot of it is also pitched as a battle between the Prime Minister Modi and Rahul Gandhi. Possibly the BJP would enjoy that battle because it's the winner or the one who's ahead has always been very, very clear. But the Congress this time and possibly the Alliance India would want to bolster on that fact and possibly look at a different perception battle which is taking place. The Congress also wouldn't want to pitch Rahul Gandhi as a direct fight, Rahul, when it comes down to the Prime Minister, because they've learned in the past, they've smarted from it, and possibly not a direct battle, but it's a catch-22 situation for Rahul Gandhi, because if he is going to speak, like you and I are talking, across media, across publications, the narrative would be a Modi versus Rahul.
Preeti, let's turn the whole thing on its head. The contest in India, as far as the Lok Sabha battle is concerned, few states were BJP versus the regional satraps. But on the large area canvas of the country, you have Congress versus the BJP. Now, in that scenario, if it is not Rahul versus Modi, how does the Congress really pose a challenge? So if the Congress is making it a Rahul versus Modi across a large part of the country, then how does it avoid in those small parts of the country where the regional players are concerned? So I don't think the theory really holds. Eventually, it is going to be, attempt will be by the Congress remember, the Congress is not out here to do charity.
True.
To help an opposition win, because eventually it knows that if it does that, all these regional players have come at the cost of the Congress.
Right.
A BJD, YSRCP, a BRS, a Mamata Banerjee and others. Now, why should Congress not think of a revival instead of revival of the opposition? I don't think the theory holds in politics. Politics is not
True.
a charitable space. In that scenario, one may try to present and pose. The Congress' first attempt will be to do better and better than everybody else so that it stays ahead of the pack. See, I have been saying since 2018, the Congress has to decide whether it wants to defeat Modi or it wants to make Rahul Gandhi the Prime Minister. The day they resolve this crisis, the day they decide that, okay, we are going to make sacrifices, ensure an opposition cohesiveness
Right.
unparalleled in the history of the country, then perhaps the battle changes. But right now, the idea will be here. But one pitfall. See, the problem here is that this is also about opposition unity. The opposition is taking a lot on one state with one MP.
Right.
That is Manipur. Now, does Northeast have a great resonance in the larger tracts of the country? Till now, not much. Now, in that, remember, like you had a Karnataka election where BJP wanted to make it national, Congress made it local. While Congress and opposition will try to make it local on Manipur, the BJP will make it national. And in that, speaker after speaker will speak on what Modi has done across the length and breadth of the country. Now, that's where lies the catch, that which narrative which actually prevail at the end of the day after Modi has spoken.
Well, it is interesting. Which narrative? Because ultimately it will be the Prime Minister who's going to come and speak, so he will have the final word of sorts. You know, that whole battle of trying to project Rahul Gandhi or trying to defeat Prime Minister Modi, a lot of that will come to pass when, you know, the whole concept of one seat, one party, and that comes into play where the Alliance India is in question.